Guys, hi. It's Cloud Kicker, number 7, Legendary Clouds. What's going on, everybody? A lot of people been asking me to talk about this, so I decided I do want to put my 2 cents in, and I came to a conclusion about this shit. These women nowadays are fucking crazy. I've seen it, I've been experienced it, I've been looking through a lot of source material, and it's just you draw a conclusion. There's something really, really wrong with the females today. You know what I mean? And MGTOW, it's men going their own way. You know what I mean? And I know people think it's a new ideology or it's the opposite of feminism. It's really not. It's just more of a philosophy. It's a way of thinking. It's a way of how you live your life. That's what people have been trying to explain to most people that really haven't been picking it up. You know what I mean? So when you really start understanding what's going on, basically the way the game is being played, it's basically played not in the favor of the man. You understand what I'm saying? So when you come down to real understanding and get that, like it's rigged. It's a rigged game, like marriage, and you know what I mean, settling down and doing all of this for a woman, chivalry, white knight, all this shit. It's just bullshit. You know what I mean? You might say, well, why? Why do you think like this? And da 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 da. It's just basically if you hear somebody asking for equality, like let's take this from the top. Like let's just say an alien came down to Earth from somewhere else. They don't know nothing about what the fuck is going on here, right? They come down and a person says, well, the alien says, well, what is feminism? And a feminist says, well, feminism is about fighting for equal rights for men and women. So the alien would say, okay, that sounds fair or that's fine. So now he asks another question out the blue, like, well, what rights do one side have, meaning men? What rights does a man have that a woman doesn't? This is when you hear fucking crickets because these women have never been able to tell or explain what do you fighting for equal rights, and a person come and simply asks you, well, what rights is there that a man have that a woman doesn't have? You follow what I'm saying? Yeah, there was a time when y'all didn't have the right to vote like a man. Okay, there was a time when y'all didn't have the right to do what y'all wanted to do with your body. Okay, whatever. But now in 2017, a person coming up to you or alien coming up to you and saying, well, you're still fighting for equal rights. Um, what right is there that a man have that you don't, that you're still fighting for? And they usually don't have an answer because there isn't any. You follow what I'm saying? Some of the staunchest, extreme feminists will talk that old equal pay. And then you go and say, well, can you show me a job, I don't know, in the paper or the want ads where this job is hiring, but it's only paying this much for a man and it's paying this much less for a woman. There is none. There is no job. There was in the 1970s, I think 1972, there was the Equal Pay Act. It's you can't discriminate. You can't pay a man less than what the fuck you would pay a woman. So what is the argument when women or feminists keep talking about there's this pay gap? They're talking about generations, years and decades of working over a long period of time. How can you possibly try to math this out or equate this based on just gender? It's not about women not as serious about working as a man would, or women don't take up certain jobs as a man would. Now you find out, well, these feminists are just trying to fight to have as many women in certain fields that's so quote unquote dominated by men. Like, hold up. These fields are dominated by men simply because women don't want to get in them. These are more like men to do these things, whether it's science or whether it's architecture and engineering. These are things men naturally want to do. No one is complaining about women being the majority in things like nursing and healthcare and child care and teaching and shit like that. No one is saying, yo, we need to have more men in these fields. In more daycares, it's predominantly women. We should have more men. Let's equal it out. No one is saying none of this shit. But when it comes to things with men, why the hell these women just feel so compelled to want to just have it so equal when women themselves aren't really trying to do it? I mean, the opportunity is there. There is no patriarchy stopping them. There is no hidden force that's just keeping women out of CEO position and being the leaders of the majority or even half the great Fortune 500 companies. That's not the case. Women just naturally aren't as effective in leadership as men. Who wants to argue this based on the science, based on how men and women are? And that's another thing. I'm going to do another video about that because we have to come to a conclusion that men and women, we're different. No one is going to argue the fact that we're different. No one. But when they keep trying to fight for equality, you have to take into account that the difference means that we have different strengths and weaknesses in different areas. So you can't put every fucking thing equal. It won't ever be equal in everything. Just like a man is just physically built stronger than a woman. A woman is more likely more emotional than a man. Certain shit you just can't fucking undo through natural law. That's how nature made us. We're supposed to be, you know what I mean, simpatico to each other or whatever. You follow what I'm saying? But if for some reason you got these feminists out here trying to tell everybody, oh no, we're the same. We're only different because we was brought up like that. Girls was brought up to play with dolls. Boys was brought up to play with. No, they do studies where they show you like a little child is more likely to look at a face and an expression, and the boy more likely to look at a mechanical object, even at 5, 10 hours, whatever, 5, 10 days, what I mean, being born. So you have to look at a lot of these things to where people are trying to tell you that we're somehow different because it was the whole nurture. No, naturally we're different. What the hell you mean? Men are the leaders. We have a system that works, and when you have women come, or the opposite gender come and try to change everything because some shit they don't like or they're unhappy, or basically life has changed to where technology is more advanced. We're not living in the days where a woman has to be at home cooking and nurturing and the man has to go and till the ground and protect the cabin from bears or wild wolves or nothing like that. You know what I mean? We're now in a technological age where we have power and electricity and industry and infrastructure and shit like that. Government. Men built all of this. The roads, the highways, the fucking bridges, the buildings. No one, they don't give us credit for that shit. But leaving the point, you gotta understand, like, yo, it's a different type of time, it's a different type of element. So we're at a point now where we're seeing that with this whole feminist movement and the government taking care of women, they just got disrespectful as hell, feeling like, yo, we don't need a man, fuck you, You used to be the one that provide and protect us and rah 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 during the times when we was either in childbirth or just because we was the weaker sex and y'all did that. But now, you know what? It got to the point where it's like, well, we get housing from the government. Uncle Sam takes care of us. We get Section 8. We get TRA. Uncle Sam's feed us. We get welfare. You understand? They give us preferential jobs and all of this shit. So it's like, yo, why the hell do we need a man? And secondly, I've noticed, and a lot of you can comment down below if you agree or disagree, but do you notice, or is it me, that a woman really don't want a man that makes less? If a woman has her own little business, whether it's a salon or a daycare or what have you, she really don't want to mess with the guy that's just getting off work from FedEx or works at Walmart, whatever. It's like a woman feels somehow inhibited about being with a man that makes less than her or isn't making anything. So you start thinking about it and putting two and two together. It's like, well, you just want to be in a relationship or you just want to get married to somebody for the financial or the resources value, because if that wasn't the case, you would fuck with the nigga that don't have much or don't have nothing just because you like him. This is the person I want to be with. It ain't about where he works or how much money he got. It's about the fact, like, yo, I like this person. I want to be with him. He makes me laugh, or we have fun together, or whatever the fuck the case may be. It should be just something natural, like, you know what I mean? But then you start realizing most women don't want to date a man that isn't in their bracket, so to speak, or is not making the six figures they're making, or whatever. So one can just only assume that it's all financial. It's all about money. It's all about what a man can do for you. Because you clearly see these women aren't picking up Joe down the block or the mechanic across. You know what I mean? They looking for the superstar, the niggas, the CEOs, the businessman, and all this shit. So that should tell you something. That should at least strike a chord. And don't worry, this ain't the first time I'm gonna speak on this topic, because like I told you, I'm just realizing this shit. And yeah, I'm realizing mgtow is right. I might name a topic the video that mgtow is right, for real, because I'm seeing a lot of shit, and you start realizing these women are somehow trying to silence the truth about everything. It's like they boycott men's rights movements, and it's like we have no space. They want to be everywhere. There's Gamergate, video game. Did you even hear about the girl that want to be in the Boy Scouts? Motherfucker. There's a Girl Scouts, there's a Boy Scouts. Bitches want to be in the Boy Scouts. Like, yo, y'all got y'all own goddamn scouts. I'm going to do a video about that too. It's a lot coming. So if y'all really like me ranting or me sharing my point of view about this, please like, share, subscribe. This is Legendary Clouds, your boy Cloud Kicker. Um, just starting out, but yeah, I'm really going my own way with this, and I've been a man, so it ain't about me joining something. It's just mgtow, boom. It's a man going his own way. And I've been doing that before I even heard of that. So this is how the masses is all gonna just start falling in. They didn't even know that there was a place that facilitates their way of thinking. So I'm one, and I'm in the building now, and I realize what everyone has been talking about, and I'm gonna start sharing some of the experiences, some of the shit I've seen. If you guys like this, please comment down below. Show me a topic or send me a video to narrate or discuss about. Like I said, I'll put up the fan funding link and the Patreon link if you guys want to support. I'm gonna also start sharing some affiliate links if you guys do the online business or you want a way to generate a little extra income. Um, yeah, mostly that's basically it what I want to say. But for now, this is your boy Cloud Kicker. It's number 7. It's a skies high affair. I'm in the building, and subscribe to the Legendary Clouds and you'll see what's coming up next. It's gonna always be something different. Skies.